Autumn is fast approaching, and today I have 3 DIYs made from things you'd find at the dollar store. I'm Melissa. This is CraftCrumbs. Thank you for joining me. I have 2 of these wood cutouts from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to first cover the entire piece with chalk paint in the color celery. Once that paint is completely dry, I'm going to go over the raised areas with my crackle medium from Folk Art. After that has dried, I come back in just again on those raised areas and apply 1 coat of chalk paint in the color cashew. As I'm painting, I can see that the crackling has already begun. A heat gun is not necessary. The entire piece would crackle within a few minutes on its own, but for video purposes, I'm using the heat gun to speed it up a bit. We cannot forget the stem, so I'm going to paint that with acrylic paint in the color Burnt Umber, my apple barrel. And I'm just freehanding what I think the base of a stem would look like. To make it look a little more realistic, I mix a little of that cashew chalk paint in with my Burnt Umber and kind of haphazardly brush that over the stem. This next step looks hideous at first. I'm using antiquing wax and sponging it around the edges, but I'll wipe some of that back and it'll make the piece look aged and beautiful. I love all of the DIYs in this video. I'm excited to show them all to you, but especially the last one. It's by far my favorite, and I have a feeling it may be your favorite as well. I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut a few of these Dollar Tree styrofoam pumpkins in half. And using just a regular pair of household scissors, I'm going to clean up around the edges. Once I have them glued to the pumpkin, I'm going to use a few pieces of moss around them and move on to add a leather or fake leather leaf and other tidbits from the Dollar Tree. To display these on a tabletop, I'm going to glue a piece of wood on the back and then paint it to match the rest. This is one of those larger tumbling tower blocks from Five Below. I had not filled in the hole that was punched in the top of the stem because I like versatility, and I may want to add a piece of jute rope and hang these up at some point. Here is what they look like complete. I love that they are mirrored in design but have subtle differences between them, kind of like best friends. I wanted to use some of the pine cones that I have in my stash. I'm taking them outside and just giving them a very light dusting of orange spray paint. I'm then going to take one of these small metal wreaths from the Dollar Tree and this galvanized tray that I've had in the basement for quite a while, and I'm going to spray paint them both in black. Inside of the tray, I'm placing this small natural fiber wreath. I'm going to flip the metal wreath over so that the wrong side is facing up and push that down into the center of the first wreath form. Having that metal wreath upside down is going to provide a place for the pine cones to sit upright without falling over. Now that the 2 pieces are one, I'm going to push it up against one inside edge of the tray. and this will create a crescent-shaped space around the wreath. Now you can fill that crescent shape in with any filler that you have, but these wood slices are just another item that I have far too many of and wanted to fill it in here to add a nice contrasting color. When placing the pine cones, I'm using a few that I painted and then a few that are unpainted. And then I'm putting a few smaller pine cones throughout on top of those wood logs. For the center, once again, it's your choice what you put in here. Here's one of the Dollar Tree pumpkins. And here is what it looks like with a candle inside. I plan to put this on my coffee table as a conversation piece and just light up the room with a nice glow in the evening. Let me know in the comments what you think about this easy DIY home decor piece. This final project is the one that I was most excited about sharing with you. The outcome is stunning. Wood has become so expensive and I improvise wherever I can. For this DIY, I'm using the wooden tomato stakes from Dollar General, and I'll use a few paint sticks that I picked up from Walmart. I cut 6 of the tomato stakes down to 15 inches each and 2 paint sticks to 12 inches each. And I'm laying them flat on the table and trying to space them apart evenly using one of those paint sticks as a guide. I'm using a roller on the end to make sure that all of my pieces are in a straight line. If you are enjoying this video, let me know by tapping the like button and leave me a comment. I realize that you may be watching on your TV and cannot comment, but you can still get in on the conversation by opening the YouTube app on your tablet or smartphone, finding this video in your watch history, and leaving a kind word in the comments. Let me know what your favorite fall colors are, what kind of things you like to do during the fall season. And if there is a specific type of DIY you'd like to see, let me know that as well. Once I had everything laying the way I wanted it, I used a little wood glue to attach the first paint stick and followed up with a single brad nail in each. This is a cordless brad nailer that I picked up from Amazon. It does a great job of stapling and nailing small projects. I have this linked in the description box under the title My Favorite Crafting Tools. This is an affiliate link, and anytime you use an affiliate link, I earn a small commission and turn those earnings into craft supplies I can use to continue these videos. Using them doesn't add any cost to your purchase, and it's a great way to support the channel. I have 2 of the paint sticks added, and I'm going to flip it over and start working on the back. Now this is going to be a little difficult to explain, so I'm going to need you to watch as I go. I cut down some smaller pieces from a paint stick. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but these are going to close off the bottom of those areas between the posts. And I'm only doing this on the bottom. Repeating what I did on the front side, I'm adding 2 more paint sticks to the back. Off camera, I painted these last few pieces white and then covered the entire piece with antiquing wax. I wanted this to look like a fence that's been outside for a very long time. I didn't continue with the white chalk paint, but I'm going to use my water bottle to mist the area and then use the paint over top of that. I'm using a Dollar Tree sponge to even out the paint. I set this aside for about 15 minutes to dry, and coming back, I'm going to cut down a few small pieces of floral foam and pop them in those small areas that we closed off at the bottom. A lot of it fit very snug in those sections, but where it didn't, I used hot glue. You can put whatever florals you want in this. I'm going to be using real dried wheat that I picked up in a bundle from Amazon and had in my stash from last fall. And in a few minutes, I'll add some clay pots with Dollar Tree flowers and the word harvest, also from Dollar Tree. As a final step, I'm adding 2 D-hooks to the back so that I have the option of hanging this on the wall. Here it is complete, and as you can see, it sits perfectly as a shelf sitter. This is a substantial piece that's built very well and could last for many years to come. Here's a look back at what we created today. The 2 smaller decorative pieces toward the front are DIYs that you'll see in an upcoming video. Please leave a comment letting me know which of these 3 projects was your favorite. If you're in the mood for more fall DIYs, here's the playlist from last fall. Keep in mind that my channel was only a few days old when I made these, and the video quality is not as fine-tuned. Thank you so much for being here and staying until the end. I appreciate you so much. And until next time, friend, don't forget to craft what you love.